Hi everyone, I hope you're well, thanks for clicking on the video. I just got done watching episode 4 of The Last of Us. I'm still smiling from ear to ear. It was another 10 out of 10 episode, I think it goes without saying at this point, and they're just so consistent. I'm so happy that this show delivers time and time again. This episode was just another smash in my opinion, it was fantastic. Just to give you guys like a very brief rundown of the episode, right? It was basically just Joel and Ellie arriving at Kansas and trying to make their way through the city without being killed basically by hunters who have essentially overtaken an old Fedra facility. They're actually in the midst of a chase after Henry and Sam, right? That was nice to get some context because we don't get that context in the game, right, as to why Henry and Sam are being chased. So yeah, that was basically just a rundown of the plot of this episode. But it was filled with so many heartwarming moments between Ellie and Joel. I'm so glad to see that they're finally starting to warm up to each other, right? There are just so many innocent moments between the two of them. You can really tell that like the instinct that Joel has to be a parent and to be a protector of Ellie. And it's just such a beautiful relationship that I've been waiting so long to finally see. And it only gets better from here, right? Like there are so many great moments for us to look forward to. We had a great moment in this episode that I was disappointed we didn't get in episode 3, which was Ellie finding Bill's stash in the car, right? His porn mags. That was hilarious. I was so glad that they managed to fit that in here because I was genuinely disappointed that they didn't do that. I was let down by the idea of it not happening because that is one of those, although it seems silly and so small and petty, those little moments are what made us fall in love with The Last of Us, right? So like I said, I'm so glad they included that. I love the way they handled Ellie saving Joel's life. That was done absolutely perfectly, right? Like if you're a fan of the game like I am, these moments are just, they're hitting twice as hard, right? Of course, this wasn't like a carbon copy of the scene from the game, but again, I actually like how they handled this more than in the game. The way that they kind of have that moment between Ellie and I'm going to call him a victim, but he's not a victim, right? That was a very intimate moment, and you can really see the effect it has on Ellie. And even Joel, just the idea of Ellie having to do that, Joel was so saddened and disappointed in himself because like I said earlier, he is that protector. And so amazingly, the guys at Naughty Dog and HBO have managed to make that scene carry even more weight, which is like a reoccurring theme we're seeing in these episodes, right? Like the changes they've decided to make almost always have been for the better, right? Bar a couple of things in my opinion. We were also introduced to these two new characters, right? Kathleen, who's like the leader of this hunter group I mentioned earlier. And also we got to meet the character that Jeffrey Pierce is playing. And if you don't know who Jeffrey Pierce is, that's this guy right here. He did the voice of Tommy in the video game. I was waiting to see who he'd be playing in the show because obviously we had news that he'd be included in the show, which I was very happy with. And this is great. I think it's a very fitting role for the guy. It makes a lot of sense. And I'm looking forward to seeing him more in the next episode. I wonder if he'll get like a cool death or something like that. I'd imagine he will. And finally, something else that has to be mentioned, right, is of course the ending to the episode, meeting Henry and Sam for the first time. I hope you guys are prepared for the emotional roller coaster that we're gonna endure with these guys, because holy shit, if you've not played the video games, I can tell you right now, you are not prepared for the heartache, honestly. I can't wait. And even now, while the scene is on the screen actually, holy shit, was that a bloater that was like covered in rubble? That was wild as well. I'm looking forward to maybe seeing that next episode as well. But for now guys, we've made it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more Last of Us content. I'll have way more reviews and breakdowns on the way, so like I said, please do subscribe. If you have any thoughts and opinions on the episode, please leave a comment down below as well, and I'd love to get back to you when I have the time. Thanks guys.